That he went to Punta Cana, fell into a coma, and he's been there ever since. Now the challenge, they say, is getting him home, as it could cost tens of thousands of dollars.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Travel News. You're here with your boy Troy. I'm bringing you the travel news from all over the world. We're gonna get right into it. Let's do it. So as you just heard, our first story is coming out of the Bronx, where a family is fighting for their loved one's life. Before we cut this story up, let's get into the full details with this clip.
This has been horrible. This is our worst nightmare. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Yvonne Davenport sharing her concern over her 29-year-old brother, Bolo Garcia. She says he went on vacation to the Dominican Republic on Monday and fell ill in his hotel room that night.
A friend contacted another sibling and told her that they found him face down, non-responsive, but he was breathing.
Garcia's family says he has diabetes and they believe he entered a diabetic coma, one they say he is still in tonight at a hospital in Punta Cana.
We're all very worried, scared. We don't know what's going to happen. It's literally life or death.
It's been hectic, it's been frantic, it's been like all the above.
The challenge now, getting Garcia back to New York. His family says they're facing medical bills worth thousands of dollars.
They want money, that's for sure. Every day that he stays there is probably another 10,000 US dollars. And we're really looking for help to get him airlifted back to the United States, which is another $20,000, $25,000.
The issue, they say, comes down to health insurance and being unable to speak with their brother, who is still ill.
He has some form of insurance here in America, but we can't transfer that over. And the amount of money that they're asking for him to just even be there in the hospital to have care is insane.
It surfaced this week that the young Bronx man went on his first time out of the country, and ended up in a critical situation, falling into a coma. Now I can only imagine what the family is going through. You get a call that your brother, mother, aunt, uncle is in a hospital in another country. Where do we even begin? It's not like the States where you could just call up a hospital and see how they're doing. You have no clue what's going on. They're miles and miles away. You don't know anything about the medical system, the cost of any of this, or the person's real health state. Now, we heard the family talk a little bit about it in the video, but I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background based on what I know. So, a lot of countries' health system are not like the US. One, they're not gonna accept a local health insurance. Prices for everything are different. Timing for everything is different. Urgency is different. There's so many different factors that you have to deal with when you're dealing with hospitals, clinics outside of your own country. The Dominican health system actually have private and public hospitals. I'm guessing, being that this was American, they took them to the private hospital. But as you could probably guess, the prices for everything there are super high, and unfortunately more for American. Now, having friends in the DR, I know for a fact Dominican hospitals charge for everything. I'm talking about the Band-Aid they put on you after you get a shot. You will be charged for IVs, pain medication, anything you could think of, you're gonna be charged for, down to the pen they give you to write your name. I think one of the scariest parts, and what the family has to be thinking about, is how are they gonna maintain this? How are they gonna be able to come up with this amount of money continuously? What is the communication like? That's what I wanna know. How are they communicating with this hospital? How are you able to really verify what the hospital is telling you? Another thing you have to think about in these situations is the language barrier. Now, guessing based on the last names, I think this family is Latino. So I'm guessing the communication is smooth, it is fluent, but you gotta keep in mind there's some people who go to the DR, a lot of people who go to the DR who don't speak the language. So now you gotta worry about actually communicating in a different language, be able to understand what's going on with your family member. One thing we gotta keep in mind, guys, is taking travel insurance serious. Look, I'm guilty of it too. I almost never get travel insurance. I think I got travel insurance one time, but you could see the pitfall that it could be if something goes wrong. I mean, this young man arrived in DR on Monday. I'm sure he had every plan to turn up and enjoy his vacation, but a health situation struck him, and now it's causing his family so much stress and so much pain. Outside of the $10,000 a day, the options are very limited to get him home. So now they're saying that they need $20,000 to $30,000 to get him on a flight back home to get taken care of, probably how he needs to get taken care of. They're also saying it will take $100,000 to get him home in the state that he's currently in. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have that kind of money, and I'm sure that family in the Bronx doesn't either. This just goes to show the precaution that needs to be taken, especially when we have a pre-existing health condition. Now, I know a couple years back there was this whole pandemonium going on about health conditions in the DR. A lot of people were getting sick. Nobody knew what was going on. People were literally dying in their hotel rooms and nobody knew the cause of it. Heard a little bit of everything from drug use to the alcohol being no good. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what happened to this young man. I'm not gonna act like I was there. But what I can say is I do know the feeling of reaching your destination after months, weeks of waiting, and the excitement of going out and hanging out with your friends and family. It's mind-blowing to think on his first night, after just getting to enjoy yourself, tragedy struck and his family has to deal with something so devastating. The sad truth is, like I told you guys in multiple videos before, no one knows when something bad is gonna happen. It doesn't matter if you're in DR, if you're home on your couch, it doesn't matter. Bad things can happen at any time to anybody, so we gotta try to be as safe as possible. Now look guys, it's obvious this family is under an extreme amount of financial stress. In the description, I put a link to their GoFundMe. Please go there, donate whatever you can. I'm sure every dollar counts. I know we're a small community right now, but anything you could donate, I'm sure the family will be appreciative. But look guys, I can't thank you guys enough for coming and tuning in every week. Anybody who's still here, shout out. You know we're a part of the family. Before you go, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, bro. We out here, we about to keep it moving. I got some good videos coming in the future. I hit y'all. Peace.